Weight loss is one of the side effects from reversing insulin resistance. Not a negative side effect, but it's a side effect all the same. Why does that happen? Why does weight loss happen when you reverse insulin resistance? Insulin is the hormone that tells your body what to do with the food that you eat. You're either going to store it when insulin is high, or you're going to burn it for energy when insulin is low. When you are insulin resistant, when you're suffering from insulin resistance, your insulin is chronically high, meaning it's always high. And it also means that some of the cells, specifically your fat cells, are saying, insulin, I'm not going to listen to you anymore because you, insulin, are going to make me explode. Because insulin has many jobs. One of its jobs is to control glucose. Another is to make cells grow and to make cells take specific, especially sugar that we put into our mouth, take it out of the bloodstream, put it in the cells, tell it, convert it to fat. At some point in time, the cells in your body says, because they have so much, insulin made them grow so much that the cells in your body say, okay, insulin, we can't listen to you anymore. That's called insulin resistance. Hyperinsulinemia is when you have too much insulin circulating within your bloodstream, which happens primarily because of what we put in our mouth and how many times per day we put it in our mouth. It takes years for it to happen. If you are overweight, you've tried to lose weight, but you will get to a certain point and then you get back to where you were and gained even more weight, probability is great that you're insulin resistant. And you were going through the eat less, exercise more, count calories, count your macros, this, that, the other, lift weights, yada, 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 way of trying to lose weight. That's wrong, because you were not paying attention to the thing that's most important: your insulin resistance. Your insulin is chronically high. So when people do what I'm suggesting, using intermittent fasting, eating low carb, and exercise being third on the list, when they do those three things to reverse insulin resistance, what they notice in the first 3 months, the thing that encourages them to move on to the next 3 months, along with the fact that their insulin started going down, is that they start losing a decent amount of weight. You control your insulin, you control your weight. You don't have to count a calorie. Intermittent fasting naturally controls your insulin, meaning keeps it down here. Why? Because it controls your sugar. And where sugar goes, glucose goes, insulin follows. Eating low carb, as in eating off of the food list that's pinned to my timeline, also controls your insulin. Why? Because when you eat low carb, you do not have the constant spikes that you usually get from eating foods high in carbs. So, intermittent fasting naturally keeps your insulin low. Eating low carb naturally keeps your insulin low. And exercise, which you should only do because you want to get stronger, which is cardio or weight training, you're only doing those because you want to get stronger. You want to get muscles, or you want to make your heart stronger. That backs up intermittent fasting and eating low carb. Because as long as you're exercising as in for 45 minutes, minimum, 4 days a week, insulin stays low. So when you do all three of them together, I can say with my full chest, in 3 months, you will see enough difference whereby you're going to say, heck, I got to do this for another 3 months. And you didn't have to count a calorie. You didn't have to practice portion control or anything like that. All my videos basically say the same thing, but I'm focused on controlling insulin. You should give it a try.